They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said, Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
It was all good just a week ago. Riding through the hood with my speakers low. I wish a nigga would try my peoples though. We out back staking houses when the beef would go. Oh, Tiptoeing in my Jordans, white or brown, look up, pick your poison. They ain't patting down, what? Okay, if God bring the fours in, hip full of heat and it's scorching, scorching. We don't talk too much, you niggas overshare. Only time to function jumping when we over there. Yeah, it's that UPK soldier gear, REI ice with the fur like a polar bear. And my shorty, she a rider, pistol in her purse like to hide her. Monet in the power, only operate how I allow her. You just talk the game, Colin Coward. I'm fresher than the produce at Whole Foods. You ain't stepping how I'm stepping, that's my old shoes. Told you ain't fucking with me and that's old news. We'll record you beat up on camera, not pro. It's the vibe. We the realest niggas at the tribe. Feel it, put your pistols in the sky. You know this the vibe. Playing like you got a lot of lives. Really, nigga, you don't wanna die. You know this the vibe. Nigga, we the realest at the tribe. Feel it, put your pistols in the sky. You know this the vibe. Playing like you got a lot of lives. Really, nigga, you don't wanna die. You know this the vibe. That UPK cover got some stripes on it. G-shot, not a lot of ice on it. Not a lot of niggas pay this price shit. I can bet my life on it. You'll get your shot and go light on it. I go tie game OT, last bucket of the night, and go mic on it, sights on it. I don't need a beam. Make a nigga wake up like a fucking bad dream. You sent shots, I'm sick of her fucking vaccine, yeah, I mean. I ain't a killer, Brody, I ain't had to be one. But get it twisted, I start to popping like I'm rerun. Living like a sucker, ain't no option where we from. I was told go and get a gun and keep one. Tribe vibes got me feeling like a wise guy with some mob ties. While you wearing purses, nails painted like some mob wives. I advise you to follow rules we abide by. You ain't got the app, get the side, it's the vibe. We the realest niggas at the tribe. Feel it, put your pistols in the sky. You know this the vibe. Playing like you got a lot of lives. Really, nigga, you don't wanna die. You know this the vibe. Nigga, we the realest at the tribe. Feel it, put your pistols in the sky. You know this the vibe. Playing like you got a lot of lives. Really, nigga, you don't wanna die. You know this the vibe. Niggas at the tribe. Yeah.
68. The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. This time it was gonna be ships. By way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondman and bondwoman, and no man shall buy you. We hit these shores, we were sold for slave man and slave woman.
I guess I should ride with Lex.
They talk about my it's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get the dawn right, get another legacy.
If you gotta do the shit, when I do it carefully. You can lose everything you own over jealousy. When I met her, I ain't never sweat her, I just let her breathe. See you down, keep my foot on you, that's not my pedigree. At your throat, I done took an oath, I pray I never leave. I'm a different guy, you're surprised, tucked in my sleeve. Boy, you fucking stupid, sold your seat for some bloody beef. True nation, cut the conversation, better keep it brief.
It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Fusion gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run, where you going? This your destiny. Music gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. When you get to witness the beginning of a legacy. That they don't wanna know, we tell them, they just won't believe. It's about the journey, I ain't worried, moving at my speed. Saying we ain't much to be desired, gotta disagree. Scarring one of mine, then we spinning like rotisserie. Go against the odds, I'm ready, this another victory. Cut different, niggas moving foul, where the referee. Moving like the military, something they ain't never seen. One West world for the people, this is what they need.
It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run, where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
Man, it's gonna save all them tapes right now. Yo. And then the reading right here is, she asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely, absolutely.
Bible in my right and a chopper in my other hand.
Everybody is trying to find and recreate their identity of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Every few years, black people get a new identity.
America wants the black man, the Latino man, the Native American man to his blood, sweat, and tears. They work us to the damn bone.
Come and pay a visit for your last year. I'm truly up. Make a move unless we tune you up. Absolutely, man. We know you cause you ain't fooling us. With them things trying to cool us.
For who? Our state. This whole world was made for blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And the other nations know it. And because the other nations know it, they make sure to keep us underneath them. But for the fifth angel of the Lord, come upon you, black man, Native American Indian man, Hispanic man. You understand? Man, it's about to get oppressive out here. You only have I know, man. You only have I know of all the families on the earth, man. Right? You only have I know, man. So therefore, he will punish us for all of our iniquities, which is our sins, man. Going out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of Jerry Hunt. We are not affiliated with any fake Israelite groups or anybody else. Today, we're bringing out the truth of the Bible, that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews that the Bible speaks of.
that's right.
He gon' spot you, then get you. You don't speak about it, it's not an issue. It's one West world, got a ring to it. I married the truth, put a ring to it.
She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely, absolutely.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
right. See what we got going on. All right. All right. All right. Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Right. Started in Harlem, New York, on 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, Salaki, on the Command and Journey Yohana, man. And we teach the truth about the Bible, about the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite camp or Christian group. All right. And tonight, this evening, right, I'm going to bring out, right, how these religions love to philosophize and lie. Okay. Let's see who in here. Let's go ahead, see who in here real quick. See who was in here. We got Princess Tazara. All right. Shalom Yahweh Shema Thought by Shemi. Shalaki. Shalom Yahweh Shema Thought by Shemi Yahushai. Right. That sister just had a wonderful, I want to say dream prom, Shalaki. Hey, she's a beautiful princess in this Virginia school. Right. Right. We have Brother Ayan. Right. Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahushai Brakatah. Young man Ayan checking in from Rice, Virginia. All right. You got slavery, no sweat. All right. One thing that just from me being in this truth and and seeing other officers or captains talk about this matter of being at your slavery. So like Captain Cesario, I was looking at one of his car chronicles, and he said something very important pertaining to slavery. Like, just because you're at your slavery does not mean you're doing more or less than another brother in this school, right? You just checking in from your slavery right then and there. Just it says a lot right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of brothers and sisters in this truth that have to slave, man. That's making these sacrifices to stay tuned in these classes and still do this work, right? Just because you're not here physically, right? That doesn't mean anything. You still in here. You still receiving these things that these priests and prophets are doing, man. So slavery does not, you being at your slavery is something that's not an excuse, and it's something that's not looked down upon, man. Right? General Haas, man, he told brothers, he said, man, you got to slave, right? You got to get some money, because if you don't, other brothers will have to pick you up. Now I'm saying you're making more of a hassle for other brothers to pick you up. And you already know we living in this this world, this hellhole, right? This world ain't for us. So like if I was long with on that, brother. Now I'm saying Tawab John for checking in at slavery, young man Ayan. Princess Amadah, Shalom Yahweh Shema Thought by Shem Yahushai, right? Checking in from Virginia Beach. All right. All right. We have Sister Shakal, Shalom Yahweh Shema Thought by Shem Yahushai, checking in from Rice, Virginia. All right. We have Sister Hadassah, Shalom Yahweh Shema Thought by Shem Yahushai, checking in from Norfolk. All right. I like Sister Hadassah's spirit. I like all these sister spirits in here, man. Sister Hadassah, she has a wonderful spirit. Just a chill, relaxed, wonderful spirit. Strong sister too, man. All right. We got Sister Anna, right? Sister Anna, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Thought by Shem Yahushai, checking in from Northwood. All right. Strong sister, powerful sister there. Sister Anna. We have some strong sisters in this body, man, in the ISUPK, all right? And we have, I believe, young man Jaden Palmore, all right, checking in from Illinois, all right, all right, all right. So let's go ahead and clap it up. All right, all right. So I want to bring out something real heavy, because this is a history class, right? This is a history class, and history has been proven over the years. History has been proven over the years, right? That a lot of religions love to philosophize and lie. That's what they love to do. They love to philosophize and lie. So real quick in the chat, what does it mean to philosophize? What does it mean to philosophize? You can give your own inference. Again, every class I teach, I'm going to give you the definition of inference, man. Inference is an educated guess based on what you know, right? So what inference can you make on the word philosophize, right? What inference can you make on the word philosophize? Real quick in the chat. I don't care. It could be whatever answer you got. Let's warm up. We got to get a warm up, all right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So let's get a warm up. All right, let's get a warm up. All right. Okay, Shalon, how about you? Shabakata. So a call checking in from Norfolk. Peace to you, brother. Okay. Sister Deborah, did I salute you, sis? I'm like Sister Deborah. Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Thabashim Yahushai. All right. And you said ideology. Okay. All right. Ideology. That's a good one. That's a good one. What else do we think the word philosophy means? That's really on the nose, right? All right. Let's get another answer in here. Let's see if we in here. We gotta warm up. You know what I'm saying, before I really get into what I want to bring out tonight. All right. Let's get a warm up real quick. Philosophy. Sister Deborah said ideology. All right. She said ideology. That's good. What else do we think what the word philosophy means? Philosophy. What do we think the word philosophy means? All right. Philosophy, philosophize. Right. What do we think the word means? All right. What do we think this word means? Okay. All right. So we're just gonna build. We're gonna build on the answer that we have in this chat, right? Philosophy. Young man Jaden, he said philosophy, philosophize ourselves or others. Okay. Okay. Philosophize ourselves of others. Okay, great. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, Shalom sis. Shalom Yahweh Shema Thabashim Yahushai. Sister Tower Bob checking in from Charles City V8. Right? But that's a good answer, young man Jaden, brother Jaden. That's a good answer. That's a great answer. I'll take any answer. No wrong answers in this class, right? No wrong answers. So he said the word philosophize means philosophize ourselves or others. Okay, we're gonna build in that answer, okay? Because you use the actual word into what you're trying to define, which is fine, right? Which is fine. But we're gonna expound on that. So real quick, so I can get to it. So philosophy, right? Right, philosophy is the systematic study of fundamental concepts and beliefs, exploring questions about existence, knowledge, ethics, and values. Let me say that again. Philosophy is a systematic study, right? A systematic study, okay, of fundamental concepts, right? So before I keep going on with this sentence, all right, young man Jaden, he said the desire to promote the welfare of others. Not quite, but I got you, brother. I got you. Okay, so in this definition, let me break this down real quick. In this definition, philosophy is the systematic study, right? Okay, so my question is to you, what does it mean to study? Stay with me here because I'm going to land my plane. Stay with me here. In the chat, what does it mean to study? Right? What does it mean to study? I'm trying to get in my bag, but I need y'all to get in my bag. I need y'all to get in the bag with me. All right? Let's walk through this here. Philosophy, the definition is the systematic study. The systematic study of fundamental concepts, stay with me here, and beliefs, exploring questions about existence, knowledge, ethics, and values. So my second question, before I get into some scripture, my second question, what does it mean to study? I know some of us, we all been to school before, and we all had to study for something. So what is your view of studying, right? And that I'm not saying we studying the Bible right here, all right? But we're gonna get more to that. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm studying my Bible, and no. Just in general, what does it mean to study? What does that mean? To study, right? So we made an inference, an educated guess on the word philosophy, philosophize, right? However you want to say it. And we're also trying to break down the word study. Okay, so sister, okay, shalom, Yahweh Shema, Bashim Yahushai. Okay, sister, the para, okay, shalom, sis, checking in from North Philly. All right, sister Anna said, research, reading on subject, studying, looking over notes. Okay, all right, okay, so Sister Barra said, review of ideas, learn for a better understanding. Okay. Now, when we study, let's take it back to school. All right? I don't want to talk about Bible yet. Let's take it back to school. When we study, okay, are we always right? Meaning like we could have studied for this test and we still got the grade that we the grade that we didn't like, right? Sister Tower Bob said to devote time and attention to acquire knowledge. That's what it means to study. Okay, cool. So now when we study, right? I mean, I don't know, we have some geniuses in here, some, IQs of 1,000 in this chat, but oftentimes when we study the past, right? And oftentimes when we study, we don't always get 100%. We could have stayed up all night to study, right? And we still end up getting a 65 or 70 or 80. Give me a 1 in the chat if that happened to you. Give me a 1 in the chat if you studied for something and you still ended up getting not 100, or you probably still failed. Let me get a 1 in the chat if that happened to you, or a 2 if you like, hey, nah, I'm a genius. I'm a genius, Officer Mike. I'm a genius, dog. Like, I always get 100s on my stuff. All right. Okay, cool. So, okay, cool. We got some 1s. Okay, cool. So now let me land my plane, right? The reason for this, right? Because religions, they always want to have some type of study. They always want to have some type of study of their version of what is right. And they may be halfway right, but not all the way right. That's why it's important to come into this truth, right? Under Commander General Yohana, right? And learn the truth on these priests and prophets. These religions is gonna philosophize and lie, right? They're gonna give you the half truth and not the whole truth, right? That is what they're going to do, right? They even going to say, right? They're even going to say, right, that we're living under grace. You know what I'm saying? You know how the Christians talk. We live under grace. The law is done away with. All we have to do is say Jesus, 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 get on our knees and pray, and speaking humbly to God, and then we're gonna be forgiven of our sins. Right? That's what they're gonna say. Right? So real quick, for the sake of the message that I'm trying to get across, let me get Matthew 5:17 Bible Kashaf. Right? Let me get Matthew 5:17, just for the sake of a point that I'm trying to get across, right? You know, I want to talk about this here. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Matthew 5:17, okay? And I want to expound on this just because I want this to be the topic. I want us to build on this scripture, right? On Matthew 5:17, because we all have studied, right? We all have studied, and majority, all of us said we didn't get 100 on something, right? That's very common, and that is what these religions would do. They would try to have all these philosophies, have all these studies, right, just to prove that, just to get a point across that they right, but the whole time they wrong. I mean, you want to think about it. If you want to think about it, let's talk about it. You got the Nation of Islam, right? You got the Sunnis and the Shiites. You got it, like even the Muslims is not even on one accord, right? You got the Christian church. You got the all these different denominations. You got Chinese people, Yin and Yang Buddhism, Zoroastrianism. You got all these different things that people philosophize about this world having a higher being, right? Oftentimes, these philosophies try to include themselves because they don't want to feel left out. Because what the Most High did, he left out these non-Israelites, right? He only was talking to the lost sheep of Israel, these 12 tribes, right? But a lot of times, these religions, and the number one religion that I want to hit home today, but I'm talking about all these religions, is that Christianity. Christianity will love to lie. They preacher will love to lie, huff and puff, sing you a hymn, and lie about your walking in the truth, right? So Matthew 5:17, this is Jesus, this is Yahweh Shai talking. Anything that's in red, Yahweh Shai is talking, right? It says, think not, right? Think not. Think not, you philosopher. Think not, you person that's doing all these studies of trying to figure out what's right and what's wrong. Yahweh Shai is telling you to think not, right? Don't be doing a whole bunch of thinking. This is clear cut for you, okay? Think not that I am come to destroy the law, Christian. Don't try to philosophize these people into thinking that the Most High did away with the law. Stop coming up with these philosophies. Stop coming up with these lies. Stop coming up with these ideas, right? Just because you done sat into your office and thought that you had an aha moment, you sat in your office saying like, oh yeah, this is gonna get the crowd right. If I just say this, do a little hooping and hollering, and this is gonna get them shouting. This is gonna have them entertained. This is gonna not only have them entertained, this is gonna also make others feel included, aka the white man. Right? So think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets, right? Or these priests and prophets that's talking this truth, that's spitting out this truth every Saturday, right? On these street corners, right? Nah, you don't need to park your car and start speaking in tongues to these priests and prophets out here that's spitting out this real truth. Because we're not philosophizing anything, right? This ain't no philosophizing moment here, okay? So think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. The word but is showing the difference, right? I'm not coming to destroy the law. I'm not coming to do away with you not eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. And whatever the hell else you want to do, eating a damn monkey or whatever the hell else. Right? Right? Think not that I have come to destroy this law, right? But to fulfill, right? But to fulfill. What does it mean to fulfill? What is the scripture saying? Now that we got an inference, I'm gonna teach y'all another strand. Okay, this strand is called drawing a conclusion. Okay, so oftentimes when you make inferences, okay, you're making emphasis off of something just to kind of get the juices flowing, just to see if you're almost close to what's being right or what's being taught, right? You can make an inference off a picture. You can make an inference off of a title, right? That's how you make an inference. You're making an educated guess, right? Now that you made an inference on what was told for you to make an inference on, now let's draw a conclusion. Drawing a conclusion meaning that now that you don't understood what something is about, right? What's being taught, what can you conclude? What have you learned? So in the chat real quick, what does it mean to fulfill? What have you learned? What does it mean to fulfill? He already said, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I'm not come to destroy, but to fulfill. What does it mean to fulfill? Okay, brother, young man Kamal, Shalom, Yahabashim, Yashabakata, right? Checking in from P-Town, Portsmouth. Damn right. What does it mean to fulfill, though? Right? It already said he ain't come, think not, Yahushua said that I think not that I have come to destroy the law. Stop thinking with this. Yahushua did all the thinking. Right? Think not that I come to do that. So don't try to create no Muslims. Don't try to think. Don't try to think that he meant to create numerology, right? Don't try to think that he created all these other religions, right? No, think not, right? So what does it mean to fulfill? Because think not that I come to destroy the law, but to fulfill. What does it mean to fulfill? Let's talk about it. Let's have a interacting class, man. What does it mean to fulfill? Answer that. What does it mean to fulfill? We still on Matthew 5:17. What does it mean to fulfill? If you can, yeah, what does it mean to fulfill? Real quick in the chat. What does it mean to fulfill? What we got in here? Who we got in here? What does it mean to fulfill? Damn right, sis. Damn right, sis Talbot. To bring to completion or reality, right? Right? He comes to fulfill it. Like this is the result of this, of me coming. Of all these priests and prophets that was prophesying about me coming. This is what it is. I ain't come to destroy it. I'm with the law. I came to fulfill it. Right? Right? Damn right, sis. Get that sister a hand. Damn right. Let's go to damn right. He came to fulfill it. Right? So let's go to damn right. Okay. So to fulfill, right? To fulfill, it means to put into effect, right? Right? To execute. Yahushua came to put the law. He came to execute. He came to fulfill. He came to put into effect what these priests and prophets had prophesied about him coming to do. Right? Damn right, officer across the pond, to make the law clear and carry out. That's what that means, right? Right? Also to meet the requirements. Yahushua came to meet the requirements of the Most High. He came to fulfill a job. He came to do a job, right? Everybody have jobs in here. I know everybody. Everybody have jobs in here. When you go to work, when you go to your slavery, Salaki, when you go to your slavery, you have some things to execute. You have some requirements to do. You have some things to fulfill, right? Oftentimes we'll have supervisors come and supervise us to make sure that the job that we have did, that we had to fulfill, was up to the requirements, right? It's no different. The Most High came to meet the requirements. He came to put into effect what his job was to do. All right. The third the C definition says to measure up, or they give me synonyms: to satisfy, right? To satisfy, right? To measure up to. He came to measure up to the plan that the Most High told him to fulfill and to bring to an end, right? Right? He came to make full, to convert into reality. Damn right, Sister Tabal. She hit around the nose, man. Right? Right? The Most High, Yahushua, came to fulfill this law, man. He came to bring it to execution, right? He came to bring this thing and he came to satisfy, right, this prophecy, right? If I could, let me get Matthew 5:18, Salakia, unless you have anything else for me to break down, Salakia, right? That's what he came to do, all right? That's what he came to do, right? For verily, Matthew 5:18, Yahushua still talking. He's still talking. For verily means surely, right? Truthfully, right? I say unto you, right? Now that you will have everybody reading this chapter, reading this Bible, just in general, the word you will have anybody thinking that, oh, this is for everybody. You means everybody. You means like he talking to me, right? He ain't talking to you, African man, woman, Canaanite. He ain't talking to you, you Edomite, you Moabite, you Ammonite, Japanese, Chinese, white man, you East Indian. He ain't talking to you, right? He's talking to the Israelites, right? To the 12 tribes of Israel. That's who he's talking to. All right. So for truly, I say unto you, black man, black women, Hispanic man, Hispanic woman, Native Indian man, Native Indian woman. For surely, for verily I say unto you, to heaven and earth pass, right? One jot or one tittle, right? I mean, he being tedious with this thing, man. Ain't nothing gonna get past this. One jot or one tittle. That's what the old folk get this saying from, I believe. One jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law. Ain't nothing, meaning that nothing is going to pass, going to go unseen, right? It's going to escape past this law, right? Ooh, dang. You're not going to be, man, this came, you're not going to be a Bishop Eddie Long. That is the first one that came to my mind. You're not going to be a Bishop Eddie Long, right? And try to skate your way past the law, right? You see how it caught up to him. Okay? Okay? You're not going to skate past this law, right? You're not going to skate past this truth, right? T.D. Jakes, you see what happened to him, right? And actually, he turned over his church to his daughter. No, damn well a woman ain't supposed to be preaching in no damn church. It's like, right? Not one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law. You ain't gonna outsmart this law, right? You ain't gonna do that. Okay? Till all be fulfilled. All these laws gonna be fulfilled. Right? All these laws gonna be fulfilled. So for verily I say unto you, to heaven and earth pass, to your house shall come back, crack this sky. Not one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. History shows, right? History shows that not only Christianity, right, will try to philosophize their way into a lie, right? Martin Luther King did it, but let's take him out. Malcolm X, right? Malcolm X, he was one. A prolific, a great speaker. He had all the black people in the uproar. He had the black people in the palm of his hand. Everybody loved him some damn Malcolm X. They had even have a movie on him. I am Malcolm X. The end of the movie, everybody was like, I am Malcolm X. I am Malcolm X. I am Malcolm X. He had everybody around the world saying, I am Malcolm X. Right? Right? He even will philosophize you. Right? Under Elijah, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, whatever the hell his name is. Right? And you see how that went. They was start beef with each other. Right? Philosophize you into a lie. Right? Even these popes out here, they're gonna kissing these young men in their private part, whatever they got going on, man. Thinking that is the truth, thinking that this is traditional. And these young boys out here catching herpes or anything like that as a baby. Nasty popes. Jewish man, one of them. Right? These leaders out here will have you out here believing in a lie. Right? Then we're Officer Yagadar. He said, we believe in philosophy. We believe in philosophy. No, they believe in philosophy over the law. Right? They believe in the philosophy over the law. Right? I believe, Salaki, I believe that's what you're trying to say. Even the African, that video I showed, them African people, man, they over there got the African pastor over there, I guess ordaining these ministers coming in under him by tongue kissing. He's sticking his tongue out, and the other man is locking tongues with him. They will philosophize you into a lie thinking that this is right. It's not just the Christian church. It's all religions, right? But the Christian church is just a punching bag for every breakdown, right? Let's go to verse 19, Salaki. Right? Because these all religions, right, will have you philosophize your way into a lie, right? Right? Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, right, and shall teach men so. So if you break one of these least commandments, as far as just Shalaki, as far as just being a man and not being circumcised, man, Shalaki. I mean, I just don't know what the least commandment. I'm just thinking about the easiest ones. As far as you out here eating pork, you eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, and oysters, and everything else, right? These easy commandments for you to keep, right? Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so. Who is teaching men so? In the chat, who is teaching men to break one of these least commandments? Who is teaching these men this? This is an easy question. This is a layup, right? And shall teach men so. Who is teaching these men to break these least commandments? You can put a name on it. I don't care. Or you can just generalize it. You can put a name on it, or you can just generalize it. So real quick in the chat, who, right, is teaching these men so and breaking these least commandments? Right? I'm an interactive teacher, man. I like to stay interactive with the crowd. These damn pastors, damn right, Sister Talbot. These damn pastors. That was a layup. These damn pastors, man, teaching, right? Teaching to break the least of these commandments. How are they teaching to break the least of these commandments? For one thing, they're going to church on a Sunday. Going to church on a Sunday, they celebrating they Sabbath as a Sunday, right? The beginning of a week, right? Okay, now let's be more attention. Let's stay right here. What are these pastors teaching that's going against these commandments? How about that? Let's get everybody in here. What are these pastors teaching? Even if you ain't been to church in a long time, just remember, just based on what you can remember, right? Or just take an educated guess. Just take an inference, right? What are these pastors teaching that is against these commandments? What are these pastors teaching that's breaking these commandments? Let's break this down. Easy. This is a layup. This is a layup too. This is a layup too. Sister Tom Bob said these pastors are teaching these men. These pastors are teaching men to break the least of these commandments. So, what are these pastors teaching? Because we may have a Christian in here that's just watching on the live. That's not trying to check in. We may have a Christian on this live in this class right now just watching, right? Seeing what the hell I got to say, right? So what are these pastors teaching? Let's put a name on it, right? Let's put a name on it. What are these pastors teaching, right, that's breaking these least commandments? Ooh, we ain't here. Sister Todd Bob said it's okay to eat pork, shrimp, or crab. Damn right. Sister Deborah, I said only the Most High is perfect. Now, that you about to create a debate. Woo! You about to create a debate, Sister Deborah. You about to have these Christians at your neck. Hey, listen. Those fighting words to these Christians out here. Those fighting words. So now say, even though you sin, God still forgives you. Come on now. These sisters coming in here strong, damn right. These Christians gonna want to fight you too or not. You said that, or they gonna want to, who she thinks she is? Right? We don't believe in that. Right? Sister Tall Bob said it's okay to be LGBT. Hey, listen. You know, that right there just proves what philosophy would do. Because that alternative movement is so much of a sensitive thing to be taught negative about in this world, that you can lose a life, or everybody will dislike you for saying that, even though in the Bible it says it's totally against that, right? I would figure that that's one of the least commandments, right? Sister Deborah said only the Most High is perfect. Pop quiz. What does it mean to be perfect? In the chat. And we're going to come back. We're going to break the scripture down some more. But what does it mean to be perfect? I know Sister Deborah, I know. Because she said some fighting words in this chat. She said some words in here that's going to make somebody fight. A Christian fight. Right? But what does it mean to be perfect? If you in this truth, because maybe a Christian probably watching this, a Muslim, whoever the case may be, any religion might be watching this. I might just pop in on a feed, right? Right? What does it mean to be perfect? What does it mean to be perfect? Right? We're going to get through this thing tonight. What does it mean to be perfect? Sister Barra gave the layup. She gave the alley-oop. You know, like in basketball, they coming down the court, and you might see a point guard throw the ball in the air. Sister Barra, she threw the ball in the air. Now, I mean, who gonna dunk it? Who gonna dunk it? Right? Okay, Sister Barra said to do what the Most High says, damn right. And then Sister Barra, she threw the alley-oop off the glass and just dunked the windmill. Bam! To be perfect is to follow the law, statutes, and commandments all of the time. Damn right, Sister Barra. Sister Anna said, you don't sin, follow laws. Damn right. Damn right. And we're going to break all this down. Right? Officer Yabakar, Shalom Yahabashim Yashar Bakata. Right? Strong brother there. My dog. Right? Right? Y'all on it. So damn right. Right? So these pastors is teaching men that it's okay to be LGBTQ brother or sister. It's okay to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. We just gonna pray over the food. Our Father, we come to you today and say thank you for this food. Right? Right? Say thank you that you put the hands that you prepared for this food. Right? Whole time's a whole daggone pork, whole daggone ham up there, right? A whole daggone ham on the daggone table, man. Right? The father philosophy. Who is a father, right? Right? The father philosophy. Right? Let's break that. Let's see what that is real quick. Right? The father of philosophy. Let's see. Because the title is philosophize. Religions try to philosophize, right? Religions love to philosophize lies, right? Let's see what we got here. The father philosophy, right? What we got? Socrates. Socrates, right? Socrates. Socratic. I'm saying his name. I'm butchering his name, right? Is widely considered the father of Western philosophy. He's the one that created this philosophy. His contributions to philosophy, particularly his method of questioning his pursuit of truth. He's the one that came up with this philosophy of questioning truth, right? He wanted to go off his own understanding. And he's an Edomite as well, have had a profound and lasting impact on Western thought, right? On Western thought, right? So like Socrates, right? That's his name. Socrates, right? That's the father of philosophy there, right? What we got here? This is the guy that created philosophy, man. This is the history of philosophy right here. What we got, right? Pedestry was widespread across the disjointed city-states that made up ancient Greece. And some of this philosophical dialogues, Plato suggests that even Socrates enjoyed the company of young male lovers. Oh man. But while pederasty itself was everywhere, social attitudes toward the practice varied from region to region. In some communities like Sparta, relationships between boys and men were explicitly permitted, even institutionalized. In other places, such as Athens, laws were put in place to eradicate what was slowly being regarded as an archaic, unnatural tradition. Oh, man. So this is where the Bishop Eddie Long get it from, right? This where he get it from. This is what happens when you adopt the customs of your oppressor. This is what happens when you adopt the customs of your oppressor, right? Pedestry and Sparta, right? Most of what we know about pederasty and Sparta comes from classical texts written by outside observers. One of the characters in Plato's Laws stresses that homosexuality in the warrior civilization was not just socially acceptable, but universally practiced. Come on, man. This is what happened when you try to philosophize the truth. It goes to the hand of an LGBTQIA man or woman, and they try to incorporate their sins as something that's not wrong, right? They question the truth. They question if it's okay to be a homosexual. They questioning that. Like, no, I should be able to be a homosexual. I should be able to still eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. I should be able to touch on young men and boys. I should be able to have these relations. Right? That's what happens when you adopt the customs. That's what happens when you go that's what happens when you feed into the philosophy and the lies. So, like, is that it? I can go back to that. Is that it? I can go back to Matthew. Is that it? What else we got? I'll go back to Matthew 5:18 or 19, I think. Salaki. All right. So, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. Sure, he might be there going if he make it there. If he able to see this heaven, right? He'll be mopping floors or whatever the case may be. I don't know what the Most High job he got for these men that's not of him. Okay, but whosoever shall do and teach them, right? Whosoever shall follow these laws, statutes, and commandments and teach them, right? These priests and officers in this truth, right? These sisters that's in here not teaching, but being an example of just following and walking in this truth, right? We don't got no Sarah Jakes in this truth in here, right? These women, the ISUPK, they know their place, and they know where they stand, right? It's so powerful that they don't have to teach for their point to get across. All you have to do is observe, and you will learn a lot. Just the power of just observing these strong sisters in this truth, you will learn a lot. That's the trait they have, right? That's the type of spirit they have on them, right? But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. You're gonna be called great. You're gonna be a powerful brother in this kingdom of heaven. If you do and teach these laws, you're gonna be a strong and wonderful woman in this truth, right? You can be called great. You can be one of the greats, right? In this kingdom of heaven, right? That's what you're gonna be, right? Let's go to Matthew 19:17, Salaki, right? That's what's gonna happen, right? Let me get the one in the chat. You still with me? Let me get the one in the chat. You understand what's going on, right? I gotta do my little polls, my little surveys, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching a whole lot of Car Chronicles with Captain Zaria. He got all types of polls and everything to keep his audience interactive. You know what I'm saying? So let me get the one in the chat. You still here with me if you understand what's going on, man. Right? I don't want to be talking to myself, man. I want to be able to teach you. the way I should be, right? The way the truth should be taught. Because best believe the way that I'm teaching it, right, is a reflection of my leaders, my people that's over me, that's teaching me, right? So I don't want to do those men above me injustice. I want to make sure I'm doing this thing right. Okay, all right, no, okay, con, all right. So let me get Matthew 19:17, Salaki. All right, Matthew 19:17, right? Okay. And he said unto him, right? And he said unto him, so this is a man, had a question for you, Howard Shah. Just fast forward. Just I ain't trying to butcher the scripture, but a man asking Christ a question, and right, and this is Yahweh Shai responding, right? And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? Why callest thou me good? What did Yahweh Shai mean by that? By that question? Why callest thou me good? Because the reason why I'm asking you this question, let me tell you why I'm asking you this question. I don't want to give away the answer, right? But you know what? I want to see what you answer first. Let me see what you guys answer first. And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? Why did he respond to the question? Why did he give an answer? Why did he ask a question on top of a question? Right? Why did he ask a question on top of a question? Why callest thou me good? Where we at with it? In the chat. Why did Yahweh Shai respond this way to this man, to this boy, to whoever asked him this question? Right? Why did Yahweh Shai respond this way to this question? Why he say, Why callest thou me good? Let's see what we got. What inference can we make based on the topic that we on? Right? Based on the topic that we on. Stay with me here. We're still on the plane. We're gonna land in a few. Right? We on airplane mode right now. Right? So why is he saying, Why callest thou me good? And I want to break that down. I want to get your answer first. I want to get your answer first. I want to see if we on the same page. Why did he say that? Why callest thou me good? And I'm glad I'm asking these questions. I'm glad y'all taking the time to really respond. Because it showed like, okay, why? It's critical thinking. That is what I'm forcing you now to do. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to critically think. Right? Okay, Sister Barra said to make sure the person understands what they are asking. To make sure the person understands what they are asking. Okay. Good inference. Because, and that's a great answer to us, Sister Barra. Like, I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving it. This is Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? So all these answers in here, man. Y'all, everybody in here, y'all doing a wild job, man, for real. Right? So, why cause thou me good? Right? So Sister Barra said to make sure the person understands what they are asking. All right, I'll take that. Okay. Well, I'm gonna break this down though. I'm gonna break this question down. I have to break this question down. Why callest thou me good? Why are you calling me good? This is Yahweh Shai. This is the way the Christian said, Jesus saying, why are you calling me good? Why are you calling me good? Right? I'm pretty sure you seen my miracles, right? You understood the signs and the wonders, right? Right? But that doesn't mean for you to call me good, right? And I want to break this question down right here. Okay, Sister Anna said he want to know why. Okay, all right, okay, good, okay, cool. All right, how about this? Okay, good answer. Okay, how about this? Let me see if I can break this down. Let's see if I can bring it closer. Okay. Why? I already asked that. Okay. So now I say he want to know why. Okay. What do he want to know why about though? He want to know why that he's calling him good. Is that what you're saying? I believe is what you're saying. Okay, let me break this question down just for the sake of, because I want y'all to I want to bring you closer to it, but let's land the plane real quick. Okay, so why calls thou me good, right? So the Christian church, right? They will forget, right, about the Most High. They'll forget about God, right? It's like the Christian church, they worship Yahweh Shai. I mean, okay, cool. They idolize Yahweh Shai. Like Yahweh Shai, Jesus basically just like, I know you seen me in doing this work, but it's not even Jesus Yahweh Shai taking a humble approach. He know his place, right? So he doesn't feel like he doesn't need that pat on the back for something that he was supposed to do. It's like you telling your children, all right, when I come home, make sure that chicken thawed out in the sink. Right? And when you come home, so and say or when I come home, I want these dishes to be done. I want this trash to be taken out. I want to come home to a clean house. Right? So say if your parents came home to a clean house, they're not gonna say good job all the time, because it was something that you was what? Supposed to do. In fact, you're gonna get even more heck about you're gonna get more of a hassle because you ain't do it. You probably been taking out the trash, doing this in the third, and this one time or this couple of times you didn't do what you're supposed to do. Now all hell break loose. Right? So Yahweh Shai is saying, why causes thou me good? Why are you calling me good? Right? There is none good but one, that is God. The Christian church forgets about God, right? Like they think that it's just like Yahweh Shai sits on the right hand of the Most High. Like God is the one that created all of this. He's the Ancient of Days. Like Christianity forgets that God created Yahweh Shai. Like Yahweh Shai didn't create God. No. Right? People for Christianity, they forget that there is someone above Christ. I believe that's Chronicles 11:3. Give you the structure of the household, right? So that's why he responding to the question on top of a question. That's why he said, "Why calls thou me good?" Because he know his place, right? He know not to be glorified, not to be the one taking all the glory and be glorified, right? Right? And in street terms, he a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't need for you to give me no accolades. I don't need for you to tell me good job. This is what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm supposed. This is my duty. I ain't come to destroy the law. I ain't come to mix up and change the thing. I can fulfill it. I came to be that example. Like, no, I came to satisfy what my Father sent me here to do. That's what I'm doing. So that's why he responding with, why cause thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, if you want this everlasting life, you want this life, right? Keep the commandments. That is what that is about, right? Shalom, Yahweh Shemarathon, Bashim Yahushua, says Zara Khan, checking in from North Virginia, another strong sister there. Damn right. Right? So that's why he answered that question on top of a question. Because I'm not to be glorified. You don't give me the glory. This all the Father's work. I'm here to do what the Father sent me down here to do. That's what I'm here to do. So don't call me good. Right? This is all the Father's work. Right? This is all the Father's work. Right? Real quick, let me get 1 John 2 and 3. Salaki. 1 John 2 and 3. Okay. That's what all this is about. Like, don't call me good. Don't call me good. I don't need that. I don't need that recognition from you. Right? And that's one thing, right? That's one thing. Like being a and this is what the men above me explain, man. And better yet, this is what Commander General Yohana said. You know what I'm saying? One of his breakdowns when we was in Hebrew Academy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, just because you got rank up, that's not for you to be glorified. You could be just because you're a 50, a 500, 1,000, a 5,000, a captain of 10,000, 13,000, hell, even in general. This is not for you to be glorified, right? You are doing this for the nation, right? You're not just a big I'm this and I'm that. You do no. Your rank is just more work. You're responsible for more work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you cool and breaking down the scriptures, okay? You know what I'm saying? That's good. That's what you're supposed to do, right? But you don't get glorified off of that. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Commander Johanna said you treat the sisters and the troopers and the whoever upon you the best. Know what I mean? That's showing humility. Know what I mean? Showing that you're not just a tyrant. Right? And that was heavy. Coming out of Commander General Johanna's mouth. Know what I'm saying? That was heavy. Right? So this was 1 John 2 and 3. And, which means in addition to this, all right? Hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments. So how do we know him? Is by keeping his commandments. How do we know him? Is by adopting Socrates' ideology. No. How do we know him? Is by being part of the Nation of Islam. Nah. No. We don't got no Malcolm X's in here. Right? Or no Martin Luther King. Even Martin Luther King himself said he believes that he led his people into a burning house. That lets you know what philosophy would do. This man don't march from Alabama to the goddamn DC, all that for nothing, getting sprayed on with hoses, getting bit by dogs, right? To prove that he's some just prolific being a leader amongst black people, just for him, the one that leading people, for him to say, I believe I'm leading my people into a burning house. I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell you something. And this is another thing Commander Junior Honda said. He said, if I ever fall off from this truth, do not follow me. if I ever get away from this truth, do not follow me. If I ever fall away from this truth and want to do my own damn thing, do not follow me. That's a real nigga right there. I'm just looking up like, damn. I'm pretty sure everyone else that was there in this class was, had the same thing, right? This is what Commanding General Yohanan said. So you ain't got to worry about Commanding General Yohanan saying, I'm leaving my people to a burning house. He told us, like, don't follow me, y'all. You hold on to this truth. This is your prized possession. You endure to the end with this truth. You don't let this truth go. You don't let nobody, no man get you off of this truth. And if you do feel as though you're getting off, a man or anyone is getting you off of this truth, you take it up to counsel. And he said you ain't supposed to go to counsel. No, you go to counsel. That's what he stressed. Counsel. Right? So like, let's go to verse 4. So like, right? Verse 4 about Kashah, the water. And we gotta give Officer Yagadar a hand, man. This brother, he's just on the road, this social media. Prayers up for Officer Yagadar. Let's send them prayers up for him and his family, his mother, everything. Know what I'm saying? Let's send them prayers up for him. Know what I'm saying? Because he's still doing work. He's still doing work. And he's in a mucky situation. Right? Right? He's still doing the work of the Lord. Right? And he's in some type of situation that's going on with his family. Right? So there's no excuses, man. He take that to heart. No excuses and no cowards, man. Let's make sure we send prayers up for his family. Know what I'm saying? Real talk. Let's send them prayers up. Let's send them prayers up for his family. Damn right. Right? So this is 1 John 2:4, right? He said, right? I know he that saith, right? I know him, right? And keepeth not his commandments. What is a liar? You're a liar, Pastor, right? You're a liar. Let me tell you something. Bishop T.D. Jakes, right? And I'm hopping on every religion. Don't just think I'm just hopping on Christianity. Like I'm giving you Buddhism, I'm giving you everything. Okay? All right. So T.D. Jakes, right, is another man that led black people, that's leading black people to a burning house. Let me tell you why. He is the mentor to all of these damn celebrities. One known celebrity that he's a mentor to is P. Diddy. Now listen up. I know even in the truth, man, I know it's men in the truth that got some legal things going on, probably. And they're still working it out. That's probably one of the reasons why they came into the truth, right? Because instead of going to the cathedral, instead of going to the Christian church and to the Muslim mosque and all that, they came to the truth, right? To come back to the truth and get their problems resolved in a honest way, right? But ain't no way you're gonna be a mentor to a man that's out here and you going to his parties. And everybody know what the Diddy party is. I don't care if you're going in the daytime, brother. You still went to his parties. That means you're condoning whatever. What you did, preach a little sermon before they had party. You prayed before they had party. You prayed for traveling mercies and safety before they started partying hard. You was in there praying for them after they gonna have the baby oil all up on them? Nah, brother. Nah. Know what I'm saying? He's a mentor. He's the one that's leading his people to a burning house. He's a mentor to all these celebrities out here, and they out here not doing nothing of the Lord. Know what I'm saying? They'll let you know that this Christianity, these religions is nothing but just entertainment. It's nothing but entertainment, man. Nothing more and nothing less. If you got that bag, if you got that money, what it is. Know what I'm saying? So he that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, right, is a liar. And the truth is not with him. The truth is not with them purple guys. I ain't know if I can say the F word up here. It might get banned. Right? The truth is not with them purple guys, as you can see. The truth is not with Sakar, the pagan kid leader, as you can see. The truth is not with what's the other one? HOI, one of them that they believe it's one of them camps that believe they can have white women, that white people could be in their camp. I'm just so focused on the truth. I just know very seldom about what these other camps are doing. But I damn sure know what the purple group and the Sakari group. I mean, they just standing out with their hypocrisy, with their philosophies, right? That's why you got to also be careful who you come with. You got to be careful who you choose to get the truth from. The ISUPK started in 1969. This was the first foundation, right? Now Israelites been out before then, but this is the first. The ISUPK is the first organization to get all that together. And it's not a man-made organization. This is an organization that was sent by God. I believe my last class I showed the chart of man-made religion, and Christianity was up there. Israelites was not up there. Right? Was not up there. Right? The only foundation. The ISUPK is the only foundation. Right? And there is nowhere else to get the truth but here in the ISUPK. Nowhere else to get this truth. So he that saith, I know him, right, and keepeth not his commandments is a liar. And the truth is not with him. So real quick, let me get Ecclesiastes 12:6 real quick. And I'm gonna come back to that breakdown. Let me get Ecclesiastes 12:6. Right? Let me get Ecclesiastes 12:6. Because we gotta know. Right? You know what, Salakia? Before you go to Ecclesiastes 12:6, let me finish up verse 5, Salaki. And then I'm gonna go to Ecclesiastes 12:6. Salaki about that. Let me hit verse 5. But, all right. So but showing difference, right? But, right? Meaning the ones that keepeth his word versus the ones that don't keep his word. Because we know the ones that don't keep the Most High word is a liar. But, right, we got to compare and contrast here. Contrast means what? A difference. So, but whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected. I mean, early in the class, Sister Deborah said, what she say? To be perfect is to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of all time. She say that in front of a Christian. We're gonna have to back her up. She got to say that. We're gonna have to push her to the back. We're gonna have to handle business for Sister Deborah. And we some trained professionals, sister. You ain't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected. Right? Right? Hereby know that we are in him. That the Lord is with us, man. For those that keep his law, statutes, and commandments, that's not out here being a sinner. And what does it mean to be a sinner? And this is going to lead me to my next point. What does it mean to be a sinner? In the chat, real quick. What does it mean to be a sinner? Okay. Oh, okay. Shalom, Yahabashim Yashar Brakatah. Right? Also, my yacht. Yeah, right. My brother checking in from the bottom from B More. Damn right, brother. Yeah. Right? So, damn right, sis. We got you. You ain't got to worry about that. Hey, listen. You seen how we came home that day, all right? Okay now. He says all the sisters know. Sister Nah, all the sisters know how we came home that day. Okay, all right. Enough said there. Okay. So in the chat, real quick, what does it mean to what does it mean to Salaki? What does it mean to sin? I kind of give y'all the answer. What does it mean to sin? According to this truth, according to this word, right? What does it mean to sin? What is a sin? And this is a pop quiz. This is a layup right here. What does it mean to sin? And this is going to lead me to my next point. What does it mean to sin? I know Officer Mayock know. I know, you know. What does it mean to sin? This is a layup right here. What does it mean to sin? What does it mean to sin? In the chat, real quick. What does it mean to sin? This is a layup. This is easy money right here. This is easy money right here. What does it mean to sin? That's the question. What does it mean to sin? Anybody in the chat? The sisters coming in. Oh, there it is right there. There it is right there. Damn right, Sister Tower Bob. Transgression of the law. Right? Okay. So, damn right, Sister the bar, right? To transgress against the Most High. So, with that being said, right? Sinning is to transgress against the law. These religions out here, especially the Quran, they try to remix the Bible. Christianity, they try to philosophize the Bible, which is right? So let's see how the Most High feels about sinning. Let me get Ecclesiastes 12:6. Salaki. Because philosophy is not going to get you, is not going to help you endure to the end. Philosophy is not going to get you into this kingdom, man. Right? You cannot reason or philosophize with the Most High. Right? You cannot reason. You can try, but you see what happened with Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? All right. So Ecclesiastes 12:6, right? And this what the Most High thinks, right? For the Most High hateth sinners. Just let that sink in. For the Most High hateth sinners. Right? The Most High hates sinners, plain and simple. Right? Plain and simple. And it goes on to say, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly. So that Christian pastor that you listening to, right? It's gonna be vengeance on him, right? The Most High allowed. This is a history lesson right here, because a lot of these Christians think Martin Luther King is the king of Black History Month. He even got a day after him. But let me tell you something. I hate to pop your bubble, but the Most High allowed for him to get assassinated. He allowed that to happen. He allowed that to happen. Right? He allowed that to happen. Okay? So for the Most High hates sinners, right? And the Most High hates sinners plain and simple, okay? And pay vengeance to the ungodly. God is going to pay vengeance to you, God's going to pay vengeance to you people out here that want to philosophize things. Right? The vengeance is not going to be with us. For anything, we're trying to endure so we can be saved. Right? That is what we're trying to do. We, meaning Israel, meaning the Blacks, Hispanic, and Latinos, the Blacks, Hispanic, and the Native Indians that's in this truth, in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. We just trying to endure. Right? Vengeance ain't gonna be with us. Right? However, we don't endure, yeah, okay. So God's going to pay vengeance to you out there, those philosophers, those Muslim men and women, right? Those people out there they got the crystals around their neck and thinking that a certain energy will help them relax and get them closer to God. Sitting Indian style with some damn crystals and some incense smoking around here is not going to do anything. Right? What is it? What's Russell Simmons' brother? God damn it. Russell Simmons' brother, man. The older one that went to Bahrain. Right? They went to Bahrain to escape his charges here in America. Right? What's his name? Let me look him up real quick. What's his name? I should know it too. What's his name? Somebody help me real quick. Russell Simmons' brother that went to Bahrain. I think I'm saying it wrong. Dang. What is it? Matter of fact, is it Joseph Simmons? I'm Salaki. Hold on, let me make sure I'm getting his name right. In Bahrain. I think it's Joseph. I believe it's Joseph, right? He the one, yeah, it's Joseph, right? Joseph Simmons, JoJo Simmons, right? Joseph Simmons, man. Or is it Russell? Well, anyway, one of them, right? He trying to escape his vengeance, right? By going to you can't be like him and try to outrun your punishment with the Most High. Nah, that ain't gonna happen, right? God's going to pay vengeance to you, man. To you philosophers out here, man. That's what he's going to do, right? He's doing this because you are ungodly, right? That's why he's doing this. He's doing this to you, Christian pastor and Muslim man and everything else, because you are ungodly. You are ungodly. You're not of God, man. You are ungodly. You celebrating, you having these people believing and celebrating these holidays, right? What's the one coming up? Memorial Day. Shit, Slaki, Juneteenth. Come on, man. You having sex with men that's not your husband, or you having unlawful sex generally, right? You're ungodly. Even if you're not the one having unlawful sex, but allowing unlawful sex into your building, you're ungodly. Having Ricky Diller up there running across the stage. Ricky Diller, he's a choir director. Running across the stage, all flamboyant. You got I was showing this to Officer Mataza. I believe he was in the car driving back from Paso. One of them. And we was having a discussion. I forgot, we was having a discussion about how we got to the truth of that type of thing, right? And I don't know how we got on this artist, but Tone. I don't know if y'all know an artist named Tone, right? Tone, not Toni. T is Tonex, I believe, right? He the most flamboyant one, right? He don't know if he want to be. He's a Donald McClurkin on steroids. That's what he is, right? That's what he is. He don't know if he want to be a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? Right? So for the Most High hate of sinners and will repay vengeance to the ungodly. Those people are ungodly, man. Right? You doing them drugs, man. Them pastors out here that still stuck on that cocaine. You know what I'm saying? You molesting children. The father of philosophy. This is what happens when you adopt the customs of your oppressor. You take on their doctrine. You take on their spirit, man. Right? You ungodly. Right? You in the Christian church dancing to some, I already said it, to some alternative movement choir director, man. You're ungodly, man. Right? You're a sinner. You allow sin and don't correct it. That is what goes on a lot in this Christian church, man. These Christian churches out here, man. They allow sin and they don't correct it. Why they don't correct it? Why you think the Christian church don't correct sin? Real quick in the chat. We're about to wrap this up. Why you think in the Christian church they don't correct sin? And think of it as a broad view. Real quick in the chat. Why do you think the Christian church does not correct sin? Some of them will say, "Oh, I ain't gonna allow this to happen to my church," right? But you don't know what's going on. Why you think the Christian church doesn't correct sin? Why you think the Christian church still allow the choir director, right, that's loving on these men still direct? Why you think the Christian church still allow Donald McClurkin? Okay, let me help you out. Still allow Donald McClurkin to sing, "We fall down and we get up." Where he getting up from? Right? Sister Barra said because they are doing the same thing and don't want to be correcting themselves. That. And what else? And what else is it bringing them? What is it bringing them? What is it bringing them? It's exactly what you said, because they are doing the same thing and don't want to be correcting themselves. And what else is it bringing them? 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 It's exactly what you said, sis, because they are doing the same thing and don't want to be correcting themselves. And what else is it bringing them? Money. Damn right, Sister Ra. Money. If you got Don McClurkin in there singing "We Fall Down and Get Back Up," you got people paying for tickets to come see that. If you got Pastor Jamal Brown in there, the one that took over for Eddie Long, him preaching at your church, you know he's an advocate for marijuana. He think it has some additional. He think it have some good traits to it, some additional values. I think I said that word wrong. That's what he explained on his podcast. That he feels as though weed Marijuana can have a good effect, a calming effect. So you already know what that brother do. He smoked some weed and go preach a sermon on Sunday. Philosophizing everything. He wrote that sermon high as hell. Right? Know what I'm saying? It's what's bringing them money. You got the Maverick City group. You know what I'm saying? Them singers, the lead singer, I'm bringing out knowledge out there. Y'all probably don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. But the Maverick City group is a group out here, man, and they very prominent. You know what I'm saying? They bringing in people, Christians like their music. They like to hear cymbals and tongues, but the whole time their lead singer is out here partying with Lil Nas X, and that was on the Shade Room. That was on the internet for the internet to see. He had got a big flack over that. But guess what? All he had to do was say, "I'm sorry. I apologize. I wasn't in the right spirit that day, that night. The Lord ain't through with me yet." That type of spiel, man. But yeah, he gonna still throw a record out there, and everybody gonna listen to it. Come on, man. It's the money that's bringing them in. That's why they don't want to correct it, right? God is going to deal with you, man. He's going to deal with you. It goes on to say, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. The Most High is going to save the day for your punishment. He's going to save that day for your punishment, man. He gonna let you add up everything, and he gonna save it. So when it's time for you to get that punishment, he gonna save it for you, just for you, right? Right? If I do 75 in the 45 speed limit, what I'm gonna get? Right? I deserve a ticket because that's the law, right? That's the law, right? He's going to really punish those that knew what they were doing was wrong, that knew that what they was doing was wrong. He's going to punish those, right? He's going to punish those. And you know what? I don't want to be that. I don't want my coat hanging up in the cylinders. I mean, Salaki, not my coat, my cover, Salaki. I don't want my cover hanging up in the cylinders in the school with a sign that says this is where cowards live, or whatever the case may be. Right? No. Right? He's going to really punish those that knew what they were doing. If you in this truth and you know what you're supposed to be doing, you still don't do and you still don't fulfill what you're supposed to do, the Most High is saving that. He's saving that day. He's saving that day. Now all of us have our things that we're dealing with. That's why we came into the truth. You know what I'm saying? But it's possible to be perfect in this truth. Right? Job was perfect. Yahushua was perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's possible to be perfect in this truth. Right? This is a good one right here. Let me get Proverbs 14 and 12, and I'm going to wrap it up with this one. This is a good one right here. And we're going to wrap it up with this one, right? We're going to wrap it up with this one. This is a good one, right? Let me get a one in the chat if you still with me. We're going to wrap this thing up. After this, I'm going to break this down, and we're going to wrap this thing up right quick. But let me get a one in the chat if you still with me real quick. Let me get a one in the chat if you still with your boy. Let me get a one if you still with me. I'm going to break this down. I'm going to bring it on home, and we're going to go ahead and get ready, all right? So let me get a one in the chat if you still with me real quick, all right? Okay, all right, sis. Damn right. All right. Okay. Most High in Christ. I got one, Wes. That's all I need. I just need one. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need. So real quick, right? It says, this is Proverbs 14 14 and 12. Damn right, Sister Tom Bar. Damn right. 1. Damn right. Damn right, sis. Damn right. Damn right. Damn right, Sister Anna. Damn right. That's my sis right there. Hey, listen, my sis, Sister Anna, she real talented with her hands, man. She real creative sister. She showed me how she pimped her ride out, man. She need to bring that show back up. You know what I mean? She got the flashing lights inside the roof of the Lex, man. Yeah, hey. She need to bring that show back to life. You know what I'm saying? All right. Proverbs 14 and 12. All right. So it says, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, right? But, right, here's the difference. But, right, the end thereof are the ways of death. You found the philosophy of these preachers, of these leaders out here, the Mandelas and the Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, right? Of your boy Nature Boy. If you don't know who Nature Boy is, you need to look that guy up, man. Goddamn, right? If you found the ways of these leaders of how they philosophize things, man, the Most High got an ending for you, right? The end thereof are the ways of death, man. Of death, right? So the end of there are the ways of death, man. You think getting with this new man because your feelings was hurt, but the new man but this new man will molest your children, right? Or he'll pitch you somewhere where no one can find you, or your way of thinking will always end in death. Your way of just thinking of how the Lord will move is just your way of thinking is a way of death, right? The Most High said, "Think not." I mean, Shalaki, Yahushua said, "Think not." So this Bible right here, this King James version of this Bible is clear cut. It's clear cut. You don't need to do a whole bunch of thinking, but you want to think, you want to philosophize, right? You want to philosophize your way into a lie. Religion love the lie, man. Religion loves to philosophize their way into lies. For real, man. Right? So your way of thinking is what is right ends in death. Right? Right? Because you doing what you want to do. Right? It seems right to smoke weed because it comes from the earth. Right? Now you skinny and about to die from an enlarged heart. And there's articles out there about that. Right? It seemed like a good idea, right, to go to church because the music sounds good until the pastor get up talking about being swallowed up. Right? Or Pastor Eddie Long touching your kids. Right? Right? Come on, man. Right? Your way ends into destruction. Man's way of thinking and philosophizing things ends into destruction, which is a lie. Everything you think of how this should go is a lie. That's why it's important to, you know what I'm saying, get counsel, right? And get some type of understanding, right, from the man that's above you. Right? That's why it's important. That's why counsel is important and it's truth. That's why it's important. Everybody gonna have problems, man. Right? But it's how you work them out. It's how you go about working out your problems. Right? Because you don't want your way to end in death. All right. So let me get a one in the chat if y'all understand that real quick. Let me get a one in the chat if y'all understand that real quick. We're gonna get up on out of here, man. Let me get a one in the chat if y'all understand that real quick, man. Because this is very vital, man. This is very important. You don't want, this is what you don't want. You don't want, right? You don't want to join a religion because religions love to philosophize and lie. That's a bar, right? That's what religions love to do, man. Right? That's what religions love to do, right? And with that, we are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister, right? When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months, okay? They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other, all right? After the 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, okay? Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. All right, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives to the treasury department or teacher. All right, priest fund, free will offering for priests is not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation, I believe, is the Feast of Fresh Fruits. I believe it's coming up in a couple of months or so. All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, they are to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf, man. And with that, shalom. Salakia, shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah to the brothers, and shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua to the sisters. Shalom.
It's gonna save all them tapes right there. Yo. And then the reading right here is, she asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me, absolutely, absolutely.
Bible in my right and a chopper in my other hand.
Everybody is trying to find and recreate their identity of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Every few years, black people get a new identity.
America wants the black man, the Latino man, the Native American man to his blood, sweat, and tears. They work us to the damn bone.
Come and pay a visit for your last year. I'm truly done. Make a move unless we tune you up. Absolutely, man. We know you cause you ain't fooling us. But don't
Names made for who? Our state. For who? Our state. This whole world was made for black, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And the other nations know it. And because the other nations know it, they make sure to keep us underneath them. But for the fifth angel of the Lord, come upon you, black man, Native American Indian man, Hispanic man. You understand? It's about to get oppressive out here. You only have I know, man. You only have I know of all the families on the earth, man. Right? You only have I know, man. So therefore, he will punish us for all of our iniquities, which is our sins, man. Going out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of Jerry Hunt. We are not affiliated with any fake Israelite groups or anybody else. Today we're bringing out the truth of the Bible, that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews that the Bible speaks of. That's right.
You gon' spot you, then get you. You don't speak about it, it's not an issue. This 1 West world got a ring to it. I married the truth, put a ring to it.
yes, if I'm a prophet, I said absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely. 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 And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me. Best salute me. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're